Are you ready for some high-powered pool? If you are, you have come to the right place. This is the 20th annual Derby City Classic, and this is one of the most anticipated events all year long. 16 of the greatest players from around the globe facing off on this beautiful 5x10 diamond. This is the Diamond 10-Ball Bigfoot Challenge. 16 players were still in round one. It's single elimination action and 2 champions right now. Which one's going to advance? Let's find out. First, he's a World Juniors champion, 3-time European champion, sponsored by Predator. Also, Moscow Billiard Federation from Moscow. Make some noise for Fedor Gorst. This next player really needs no introduction. U.S. Open 9-ball champion, 2-time all-around Derby City champion, the only player ever to win all 3 events and the all-around. Sponsored by Puya, 3-second cases from Toronto, Canada, the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. Gonna hand things over to our referee, Mr. Ken Schumann.
Thank you, Derek. Fedor, Alex, let's lag for the break. Good luck to both of you.
Youth versus experience on the 5x10. Today it is the 17-year-old Russian junior champion Fedor Gorst versus the 41-year-old tour veteran known as the Lion, who has fierce pride, Alex Pagulayan. Welcome everybody. I'm Mark Wilson. Alongside me, Danny Diliberto. Danny, give me a couple pre-match thoughts here.
Well, first of all, they don't look that much different in age. But right. Alex always didn't look his age. But he is probably the best all-around player in the world, including snooker. The other kid, he beat Darren Appleton last year in this tournament, and that's a big feat.
Yeah, he was 16 years old at the time. We were absolutely shocked because not very many people latch on to Darren Appleton on a 5x10 and emerge victorious. Nice win there. Very pleasant kid, delightful to be around, cheerful. Former European junior national champion, hard worker, ambitious, and you know what? Most interestingly, in the Banks tournament, they just drew each other. How'd that come out, Danny?
Gorst beat Alex in the bank pool division just now, and I hear that we had like 480 entries.
Wow.
In the bank pool.
Only in Louisville can you get that many. Here we are set for the opening break. Alex Pagulayan has won the lag. 7 in the 5-ball, right behind the 1. They're the ones that most often go in the side. 7 found the side pocket. Nice square hit. 1 ball checks up over the pocket. Not an easy layout to negotiate, but it is manageable. Pagulayan, 41 years old. We think of him as a kid because we remember when he was 17 and used to come to the Camel Tour stops. He was not old enough to get into the tournament, stayed outside the tournament room, challenged all the pros, and finally the pros quit playing. Alex? Oh. He's now 41 years old. Hard to believe that much time slipped past.
Yo, wait a minute. I mean, I wouldn't mind being 41 with time slipping by.
Well, I mean, he played world-class pool when he was 17.
I know, he came to Buffalo. You know, Toronto, he lived because his mother lives there, and he's really there 6 months of the year. And Buffalo's only like 100 miles away.
Defensive play here. Oh, he went bank. Kind of a backdoor safety bank attempt.
He got him, too.
Two-way shot.
He's safe.
This is not a call shot game. All ball fouls, no jump cues allowed. Single elimination, $1,000 entry fee, 16,000 added, 16 top players, 8 different countries represented.
In this tournament, 8 countries. In the total tournaments, God knows how many countries. Right?
You're right. Gorst is forced to kick multiple rails here.
He's got a chance to make this in the side.
Boy, what a nice hit that
He
was.
hit it too thin, but he made a good hit.
Alex is one of the only pool players I've ever heard of that owns a maximum on a 6x12, which is a 147.
I saw it.
Yeah, remarkable.
He won the Canadian National Snooker title 2 years in a row. And I was fortunate enough to be there and watch him run that perfect game.
Very good shot there,
Great
Danny.
shot.
What you will notice when you watch this is that Alex has a very slow, straight backswing, smooth transition, and stays pretty still after he hits the cue ball. Oftentimes you can count 1,001, 1,002, and watch him, he'll still be in place. And that contributes to tremendous long shot range accuracy.
Slow down. He's going to get snookered. How do you go behind the 5 there?
Hugely disappointed. Pagulayan, always a fan favorite. He's effervescent. Always in a cheerful mood. Rarely ever displays any displeasure, even when things do not go his way. Very positive.
You can't tell if he's playing for a donut or 20,000. Same attitude. We need more Alexes. He's very entertaining.
Very engaging with the crowd, too. I mean, it's like everyone's his friend. Makes everybody feel special when you're around him. One year here, he won the one pocket. I've never seen one pocket played like that. He'd make one hard shot and then hit little small portions of the pocket to get the cue ball control so perfect throughout the rest of the match. He just dominated the one pocket event. Meanwhile, Gorst is at the table. He's got to deal with the 9-ball here with the cue ball.
Yeah, he's got to get to the 8. And the 9-ball is hurting him doing that.
Could easily flatten out the head enough that it'll be hard to get the cue ball clear back down there. He may hit the thin side of the corner pocket here and try to double kiss. No, he was able to get around it.
At all. Did he scratch?
No, but he didn't want to fall straight.
Well, he's got a little bit of an angle, and that's all he needs.
Gonna have to rifle this shot in, though, Danny, to get the cue ball worked down by the 9.
Well, he'll draw it, I believe, and go 2 rails backwards. Like that.
Good power. Now if he falls a little straight, he can still work with it because he's close range to the pocket and he can go rail first. I think that's what we're going to see as a rail first shot as opposed to try to power draw it. Nope, power draw, smooth draw. Appreciate the care he puts into this. The opening rack does not want to let this game slip away. This shot on a 9-foot table is a routine shot. On the 10-foot table, it takes a little more effort. Of course, now leads 1-0 over Pagulayan. For those of us that were listening to what the total performance average is, this is the batting average of pool. Pagulayan's going to be tagged with 2 errors on 1 stroke. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's going to get a position error, and then when he kicked, the object ball came back and kissed the cue ball into the pocket, so got a kicking error as well. This is a race to 11, all ball fouls.
And what happened in the last match is if you make the 10 on the break, it spots immediately. And it happened last match.
You do not win on the break with the 10 ball. Just merely counts as a ball. Now we get our first look at Gorst's break. 5 in the 8 ball, right behind the 1. 2 and the 3 on the corners. 5 ball found the side pocket. Cue ball is heading into the drink. The 1 ball scratched or made it. So 3 balls on the break plus the cue ball. A good opportunity here for Pagulayan to reclaim a game. In the 5 years we've had the 5x10 tournament, Pagulayan has been in it quite a number of times. He's yet to win it. Previous winners were, the first year was Dennis Orcolo, followed by 2 years running of Shane Van Boning, and then 2 years running of Jason Shaw. Jason Shaw will definitely not be winning it this year as he lost his opening match to Joshua Filler yesterday. Alex has a very, very compact stroke. Elbow stays pretty stationary. Real smooth transition. Gives him a great command of ball speeds because the stroke repeats so tightly. Speed control is more related to a repeating stroke than it is to judgment. The judgment only gets sharp if you're always hitting the ball the same way, and then that contributes to accuracy into the pocket. These great players, even at mid-ranges, are manipulating the pocket to get the cue ball to naturally go the direction they want rather than try to influence it with side spin. A little rolling ahead, falls nicely on the 10. Pagulayan ties the score at 1 game apiece. Danny, do you know the story of how Pagulayan got into the sport?
No, I don't.
Real interesting. His father was the manager of a pool room. And so as a boy, he was around it all the time and just got involved in it and then had an affinity for it. Grew up in that fashion.
Where was the pool room?
Well, you either force your co-commentator to lie or sound ignorant. I'm going to presume
Well, why don't you
Toronto.
make believe?
I will say Toronto then.
Well, that's where his mother lives, so it's a good chance that his father had the pool room.
Rack 3, Alex breaks, 1-1.
Five players, if you count Pagulayan as Filipino with Filipino descent in the 16 players here. Pretty good square hit. Cue ball got kissed. Is it a dry break? I believe so. Gorst comes to the table with a pretty nice opening here. Looks like the 310 might even be a go if we get to that point.
It definitely is. Yeah, we're going to see a quick game here. I believe. Well, he's going to have trouble getting on the 310 with this angle. He's going to have to hit rails if he wants that, but he might just run out.
Yeah, he's never looked at the combination. It's looked like he wanted to go 3 into the side the whole way, and that led him to play a conservative position route on the 2-ball to begin with. These guys are not threatened as long as they can stay on angle to run out the balls. Nice pure
Yeah, he
hit.
wasn't even considering the combination, but the way the balls were sitting, you might get blind to the combination.
Mm-hmm. Six balls on the breaking end of the table. Appears that the 8 goes pretty freely into the side. If you're not far from it, it shouldn't play too tough. So 4, 5, 6, and then the 7 on the far end rail, 8 near the side. Tremendous composure for a 17-year-old.
I would have to think he plays a lot, wherever.
Yeah.
Moscow.
There's a lot of really terrific Russian players. We'll see Chinnikov in the last match tonight. He also from Moscow. Uh-oh, what happened here?
He went in the pocket. That's what happened.
Not quite.
Oh, not quite. Caught a little of the round.
A little disappointed. Thinking about spiking down on the cue ball. That really adds complexity to this shot.
Either that or just take a long shot on the 9.
45-degree angle. He was close range. It felt comfortable. Hit
Hit it
purely.
perfect.
Yeah, hit it just as pure as could be. Tall, lanky kid. He's going in the corner, yeah. Nice play. Well executed.
Yeah, he looked very smooth on that shot.
Confident as could be. Ooh, rattled it home a little bit there.
Wiggled one in.
Good ball speed. Good execution. Maximize the width of the pocket. Gorst now leads 2-1. Another great crowd here today, Danny. Day 2. Our event.
Knowledgeable crowd, too. They've seen so many years of pool here with the best players. You know, they got smarter.
Rec 4. Fedor breaks. He leads 2-1.
Gorst set the break. The 9 and the 7 right behind the 1. Comes the 9 ball. Found the side pocket. 1 ball found the side pocket. 6 ball found the side pocket. What else we got here? Here comes the 2. Well, that will be far from easy. He also pocketed the 10 on the break. Notice how Ken Schumann spots the 10. He puts the number 10 straight up. That way no one can say they claimed a benefit of the number being in such a way that you could use it to aim at. Ken does a great job managing the arena and administering the rules. Ken Schumann.
Great shot.
Good judgment and good execution. Did not try to do anything fancy there. Make sure you make that first shot after the break. Get your momentum back. Takes a moment to collect himself mentally as the rack is laid open before him. Recognizes that this is probably the winning shot here. He can make a good hit. Pocket the 3, get position on the 5 or 4 ball. Pure as could be, nice speed. Chose a 2-cushion path to minimize his reluctance to maybe make an accelerating stroke. So just let the shaft out a little bit. Go 2 cushions rather than try to be cute and go 1. Double checking the angle he would like on the 5. That easily lets the cue ball stay there for the 7 next. He can make a lot of things work, but by so doing, you're not surprised or shocked. That definitely enhances confidence throughout the rack.
I think he's got to go 2 rails to keep an angle on the 7. Guess not.
He was able to control the cue ball with a stop, preserve an angle, and keep the cue ball very close to the 7, which certainly enhances his ability to play position on the 8. Pretty fast player, too.
Yeah, I always say I like that.
He double checks his lines, but then when he gets down to shoot, he's all business. Takes a good look at the heart of the pocket with the 10 ball, sets up. Wants to make sure he takes this game home. So he did all the hard work. You hate to mow the grass and then let your opponent pick the flowers. And that was Gorst's first break and run out of the match. He expands his lead 3-1. Very early stages of the match, but Gorst is playing at a 963 clip. Pagulayan, respectable 857. Not many mistakes so far, but also very early. You know, something that's happened to me here while we were watching is how good and uniform the table's playing. I mean, don't you agree? We're not seeing
Well, it
anything.
is
I mean, the speed's
perfect.
good.
The speed is good. It rolls straight. You're right.
And it even seems like the rubber's very consistent. The ball's coming off in very uniform ways, which allows these talented players to really exhibit their skill because there's uniformity and consistency that sometimes is missing with lesser grade tables. I also think the one-piece slate enhances the quality of the levelness, and also there's not slate seams to shoot across that causes problems. 5 and 6, right behind the 1 ball. Squares them up nicely. It looks like a dry break, however. And mercifully for Pagulayan, the 2 ball got in the way of direct access to the 1. Gorst will now have to consider pushing out. I don't think kids want to do this, but for me, I like to move the 2 ball over by the 8 right on this shot. That way you can't lose on one good stellar
You're
shot
right.
by your opponent.
You're right. Whenever you push out, tie up a ball if you could. It assures you getting back to the table.
Right, you want to prolong the game. If you ever lose a game from your push out, it was a terrible push out.
He may not know that yet, thank God for the players.
It will not be long. Pagulayan chooses defense.
He left the 1. It's a long shot.
Well, he doesn't
He can
have
hit
anything.
it anyway.
He can hit it. Yeah, Gorst does not like this. It's not an easy thing to negotiate the cue ball and the 1 ball and try to get some separation or distance or even awkwardness to the shot.
He can't even hit it. He's kicking at it.
Well, he tagged it good and square. Got quite a bit. Got 4 balls moving, so that wasn't a bad attempt. And Pagulayan's going to be rewarded for his conservative defensive play. It's interesting what a science these guys have made the rotation games into here. Pagulayan figures to be nifty with the bridge just because of his snooker background.
Plus his size.
Yeah, that forces you to become handy with the bridge as well. So you going to try to spin on the inside of the 10 ball before go around it? Oh, you could be able to go around it. Okay. It's a good shot, and it's going to be perfect speed. Great
Straight
shot. Good ball in hand position there. That makes life a lot easier. The 5x10 doesn't play that much different than a 9-footer as long as you're on angle. It's just when you get slightly off angle that it really conspires against you. Everything becomes 30% more difficult almost instantly. Ball management will be one of Alex's strengths.
Well, he got control of this game. Got the perfect angle to go from the 4 to the 5.
Yeah, he was over there measuring, getting from the 7 to the 8. He recognizes that's going to be the challenge. And by playing the angles now so that the cue ball easily gets where he wants to be on the 7, this will be interesting. Eased it up there so he does not have to use a rail here to get on the 6 to the place that he wants to be. That was a good shot, useful shot. Once again, good speed. I want to apologize to the listeners. My voice is not perfect. I'm just getting over a cold. I don't know if he can reach this one, Danny. Yeah, he should have drank his milk when he was young.
Yeah, he would have been a half-inch taller.
I could maybe reach this, but I'm sure he's going to struggle. getting out an extension. If he can, oh, he's got several extensions in there. Good Lord. He's got pole vaulting apparatus. Selected one of them. He has a multitude of them. I don't think the speed's sufficient.
No, a little bit light. We're going to have to see. Well, that's because he should have checked better how to reach that 7, gotten a better spot.
He would have been okay on a 9-foot table. It was the 10-footer that got him there. Yeah. This is hard to play safe from. He may end up playing an aggressive bank shot here and just hope for a backdoor safety if he misses. I mean, it's even awkward for him to reach this. I don't know about this, Danny.
He's going to sell out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be happy with that. Yeah, he's disappointed for sure.
See, folks, being little, you got to make sure that you get where you could reach the cue ball. And he didn't do this very well this rack.
Additionally, all the best players are little. I mean, even Karras back in the day, he grew up on 5x10s. They have a much more compact area to move the tip in, and that seems like it lends itself to extra accuracy. You don't see very many great tall players. Oh, Pagulayan got him just enough, forced him to play safe. And well done. Well done. Had a chance to introduce the 10 ball there, too. It didn't get there, but distance, rails, and barriers, that was his objectives there. He got 2 of the 3 in play and almost the 3rd.
Well, you mentioned Karras. 5x10s in those days, they played straight pool, and it was a little bit easier to get the balls. More room.
Alex has chosen defensive shot.
Well, this kid Bank, is he from Kentucky?
You know, the bank, you'd have to let the cue ball go at the 9. I think he's better off to play another safety. I think he can go 2 cushions and get underneath the 10. With the cue ball, kind of a Z shot, side rail, drop underneath the 10 there, and let the cue 8 ball get on the end rail.
Well, he got distance. That's the main thing. Alex is going to get tired of looking at this. This is 3 in a row. He had a long bank, a long safe.
This is that predicament you play from so often in pro pool. If you want to play in pro tournaments, practice the areas where you're end rail to end rail to start your inning and defend yourself from here. The great players wiggle out of these circumstances, but they're distasteful and not fun to practice either. Alex went for offense. He could not find a good defensive shot and was just hoping for the backdoor safety. Great attempt there.
You know, sleep in the street with that attempt.
Well, they had a negative expectation, and he chose the way that he thought maybe, you know, if he doesn't rim the pocket with the 8, then it gets away, maybe along the long rail. Makes life a little difficult.
We're going to see a stroke here. No, he was happy to take this. One rail position to the 10, but the shot is not a hanger. Did you ever miss one like this, Mark?
More than I made it.
So did I.
A big shot right here. You could go ahead 4 to 1 here, or else it'll be 3 to 2 at the end of this rack. Drained it
Look
nicely.
at that.
And good speed, too. Didn't baby it in. Didn't overhit it.
And the people appreciate that.
Kid recognizes this is a good opportunity, and he's not going to mentally let down on this after making such a good shot. And Fedor Gorst now leads 4-1 over Alex Pagulayan. Like to send a little bit of a shout out to all my pool players at Lindenwood University. They're in the billiards room practicing and working out, and they have this match on TV. Al Oliver, courtesy of him. These are great kids, Danny, that understand good core values, common beliefs, and work hard at the game and are a credit to
Who's
the
that?
sport. The Lindenwood Lions billiards team. My University of Lindenwood billiards team.
Well, they got a good teacher.
Well, they contribute. We all sacrifice. We all contribute. There is no entitlement to be on the team. Everybody has to earn their place, which is kind of something different. It's nothing given. They all look after the room. During the Moscone Cup, we had quite a contingent in there watching. It was so much fun, the energy.
This is rack number 6.
We wish that U.S. could have did a little better. Would have been even more fun, but nevertheless, we did have a great time. We even had former Moscone Cup player Justin Bergman come and watch it with us. All right, here we go. Gorst breaking and leading 4-1. 4 and 5 right behind the 1. And the 6th ball finds the pocket. He's going to have some type of a shot at the 1. Looks like a thin cut.
Yeah, and the 2 is not far away, so he don't have to worry about that. I think you just make the ball, you'll go 2 rails.
Right now, Gorst is playing a 968, Danny, and that beats anybody. Gorst has to be feeling well. I mean, like confident because he just beat Pagulayan in a bank pool event.
And quite the contrary for Alex. He can't feel real confident. Things aren't going his way. Got to miss the 5, which he did. Look at that hit.
Amazing speed control, and that's attributable to how pure he hits the pocket.
That was tougher than it looked, folks. Well, he's got a little trick here getting to the 3. Oh, look at that hit.
Gorgeous shot.
Beautiful.
He's playing good, Danny. He's hitting that pocket so pure. Yeah, Alex knows he's in the dogfight here. This kid is not going to back down.
Well, he's got to avoid hitting the 9 here.
You know this is my favorite event. How do you feel about it for you? Do you like this event better than
Oh,
the
I
others?
do. Of course I do. It's like you've been describing. This is pool. You know, we can go to the other extreme, and I don't want to knock it because we got a lot of commercial people out there, but contrary to the bar table,
Yeah.
bar table took away a lot of the science of pool. The 5x10 added some.
Yep, could not agree more. Yeah, punished himself with a wide open bank.
It's going to stop
miss.
in the pocket.
Oh my, and he hooked him. I think he hooked him on the
corner
point.
hooked him.
Does not happen. Look at that. Good camera work there.
I described this yesterday. The corner hook is like a safe snooker by the point of the rail. Oh, Alex got to feel sad right now. He hit it, but it's not going to help him. Yeah, he's not feeling good.
Well, I mean, he made a good hit. One good thing that did happen, he left him very straight, so he's going to have to power
Oh,
up.
yeah. Terrible. Well, trade who left who worse.
No, I understand. That's all he could do. Good hit there. Manipulated around the side pocket. Power draw. Big shout
And he
out
did manipulate by the hit on the 5.
into the pocket. Big shout out to Max and Toby. A couple of my other star players at Lindenwood. They've just tuned in. These kids are from Germany. Funny angle here. I don't think he played that right, Danny.
No, he didn't. He got a little too straight. But he could cheat the pocket a hair. Got to shoot the 8 through the left side of the pocket to get the angle to go to the 9.
And high velocity? No, he had
did
the angle.
that. But it required an accurate hit.
Smoothly done.
And he got a perfect angle on the 9 to get to the 10.
Anybody who wants to learn something about pool, watch the transition from backswing to foreswing with both of these players. Very fluid, very smooth. That contributes to extreme tip accuracy on the cue ball, which is required for high-performance pool.
And also learning, get Accu-Stats DVDs.
5-1 now, Gorst leads.
Yeah, Pagulayan's not feeling real good.
Well, Alex will not give up. I mean, he's going to mount some type of a response.
If he gets chances.
Right, he hasn't had chances right now.
No, the guy corner hooked him.
And the guy's run out just about every time. He's playing 929 pool. Yeah, this is a real tournament. Single elimination, race to 11. It's a good long test. You have a chance to come back. It's alternate the break format. All ball fouls. Top prize in this for the 16 players, $16,000 goes to first, $8,000 to second, $4,000 third and fourth.
And the rest of the field has stories.
They had a chance.
You're right.
We've seen some really interesting matches so far. Van Boning and Hatch went hill last night. Van Boning emerged victorious. Yesterday we had Roberto Gomez versus Ronnie Alcano, and that was probably the best played match of the tournament thus far. Okay, Pagulayan, just right at the center of the head spot. 6 and 8, right behind the 1, 2 and 3 on the corners. And it's not gonna. No, he did make the 1 ball.
Made the 1, he's got a shot at the 2. Little funny angle to get to the 3.
Yeah, the 3 is going to be a little bit of a predicament here. It's so heavily defended with all the obstacle balls. I don't think he can just draw it over either.
He can't. He has to go forward, I believe. 2 rails to the 3. Maybe with a little reverse so he doesn't go into the 10. Good shot.
Look outside. Look outside.
He's going in it.
Yeah.
He's in it. Boy, they're not rolling good for Alex.
Well, he knew there was a chance of that. That was the only
Yeah, but
access
how would you
route.
like to be betting your money on you're going to scratch there? It's not rolling very well for
No.
Alex. He made a good shot there to go 2 rails.
Naturally, if you're Gorst, you want to maximize this opportunity because you got the lead, and you do not want to give away games that you had good scoring opportunities, because there'll be times come up that you do not get some chances to play in these racks. Tall, lanky Gorst leans out over the 8. Has his shirt tucked in. Ooh, he did not want to bump that 4-ball, Danny.
And he got straight in, as straight as you could get.
That made this really play complex now.
It's going to be tricky. I think he's going to come with a power stroke and draw at one rail. A little bit of left hand low. I think he can execute this.
Yeah, remarkably, this is actually a missable ball at this velocity that he's going to have to play it.
How's that stroke?
Well, if it doesn't scratch, okay. Good, not great. He's going to have to deal with the 8-ball now.
Right now, Alex is saying, I would have scratched on that. Mm-hmm. When you start feeling bad about it, negative thinking.
Yeah, he's a pretty positive guy. I don't think he feels that way. He's played so much pool. He knows how these matches go. Gorst has got a lot of work, and if he gets split-minded, worried about the cue ball colliding into the 8 as he tries to pocket the 5, this becomes imminently more missable. Good focus there.
He did. He knew he was hitting the 8, and he went 2 rails off it.
Must have laid a little better than it looked like from here, because he easily handled that. Got on the 6, good.
I expect young guys like this to make balls, but where did they get all this knowledge? Watch out.
Lightly rubbed the 10.
He's in it. There he goes.
And this is why Alex Pagulayan must remain fixated on being positive, because he is going to get some scoring opportunities.
Well, he's got a great one now.
Wow. Gorst is feeling like I could have been 6-1 in front. Now it's going to be 5-2. The problems all began with that opening shot when he rubbed that 4-ball.
You're right.
That was, even though he made a good recovery stroke, it wasn't ideal. And finally, it just compounded itself into forcing him to have to rub another ball, scratched in the side from the most peculiar of angles.
Well, when Alex gets out here, I think we're going to see some kind of emotion or comedy.
And that's Pagulayan's second win in the match. He now trails 5-2. Found some relief there with an unfortunate scratch by Gorst. $9.15 for Gorst. Pagulayan $8.33.
Rack 8, Fedor breaks. He leads 5-2.
Here we go. Gorst breaking and leading 5-2. Big long swing here. Careful aim to make sure he gets them good and square. Look at that. The cue ball suggests.
Perfect control of the cue ball, but he's not going to have a shot on the 2.
Danny and I also believe in 10-ball over 9-ball just because it takes away a lot of the racking and breaking issues that comes about. Much more skillful game.
Yeah, that one extra ball is more skillful. Just, how about rotation 15 ball? That's more skillful yet.
No, the American appetite for the attention span required for 15-ball rotation, we're not quite there yet, but that is perhaps the most skillful game of pool.
And that's the Filipinos' game.
Gorst is pushed out to a safety play here. Alex is able to execute the safety as well as Gorst, so I don't think this was a real strong push out. He didn't try to tie anything up, and if Alex sticks a good safety on here, he's going to have the upper hand in this arrangement of the balls, and a little bit too easily for my liking. This does not expand your lead by playing it this way.
Yeah, he doesn't know about tying up a ball yet.
Now
And this is what he gets for not knowing.
Right. Now he's going to have to suffer the disadvantage of the arrangement of the balls here.
I think eventually he'll figure it out.
But probably not this match.
No.
Made a hit.
When he gets the DVD, he'll know.
Yeah, he didn't get the ultimate punishment here because this is a pretty challenging arrangement of balls.
We're going to see another safe here.
I don't know, because the safety's hard enough that maybe playing offense is actually easier, as distasteful as offense looks. He can cut the 2-ball in the corner.
Tough. Tough shot, tough position. I got to play safe.
But how do you play safe?
2 rail to 2 and go to the right. Maybe get behind the balls. See it?
You're saying just a naked safety, just play the cue ball 2 cushions, basically.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're not going to be able to control both of them.
He doesn't have a great shot. You know, he's not a lock to make the ball.
Right. Right. This will be, well, he's
See
sizing
what
it up.
he decided? He's going to shoot the 2, and he thinks the cue ball will be way down there where he aimed.
I think he's playing safe. I think he's going to
That's
try
what
to hit
he
the
should do.
long rail first.
That's it. 2 rails, and maybe he'll get behind the ball.
Wow. He had to move
That was
both
the
balls.
shot.
And there is no jump cue, so he introduced the 4-ball. That was a great shot to move both balls that accurately and that well. Yeah, Pagulayan hasn't quit. He's positive. It was a courageous effort.
He'll never quit.
Well executed. I'll tell you what, when we look back at the end of this match, if Pagulayan ends up winning, this is going to be a shot that should be mentioned as a turning point. Gorst makes a nice hit. Picks up a little bit of a backdoor safety here. The 2 will go all the way down in the corner. He can shoot it, but it's certainly not a gimme shot at all. Alex is bouncing around the table here as if he's got a little momentum. You gotta love his energy. Oh, he had to kick. Reasonable kick. Looks like he's going to leave some type of a shot.
He did. It's not a gimme, but it's a shot.
It's hard to tell from here what he has. Could he bank it straight back? Is he playing safe? Is he just
No,
playing it in
he's
the
going
corner?
to try to go, yeah.
He's banking it straight back, yeah. Forgot to play position, but he didn't need position because he missed it and did not sell out. Anything
I
but
don't know
maybe
if he sold out.
I don't think so. I think it's rail first at the best. Oh, what a nice billiard play that was. Applause there. Great effort. Didn't work out perfectly, but boy, the speed and the judgment there, very good.
Yeah, but he's got a pretty good safe here.
Oh, yeah, he's going to end up probably the worst of this deal, but it was a great attempt. Two ball works its way to the center of the end rail. Here you go. This is how pro pool works right here. You have to win your games from these type positions if you want to get through these tournaments. These are shots that have negative expectations, but the pro players tip those percentages to where they're not quite as negative as the lesser players.
Good hit, but he's going to sell out.
And finally, Gorst has worked the balls around to his favor. He now has the upper hand in the arrangement of the balls.
Great shot.
Very smooth cueing action there. That first shot of each inning, when you get a chance to score, it's easy to get a little flinchy or jerky. You show great composure and confidence. Got into that one a little bit much.
A little weak. Got to play it in the corner now, I believe.
Takes a moment to look it straight into the corner. Gonna check it again. We are playing with a 40-second shot clock, but both players playing well under that amount of time.
Good hit.
Sure was.
Good speed.
Recovered ideal position now. The transfer from the 6 to the 7, he wants to preserve an angle. I think he'll play the 7 ball down near the corner pocket where he's playing it now. I think that plays the easiest. Suppose to try to get on top of that.
Oops, a rare miss.
Yeah, it's an unforced error, and that is the price of the 10-foot table right there. Once again, Pagulayan comes to the table with kind of a precarious arrangement of balls here. It's going to be hard to defend himself, and it's also going to be hard to play offense.
He went for the bank. Well, the first shot's going to be a combination, 5-9.
Just going to play it up in the corner. Just stop the cue ball there, I believe. Now he'll play the 7 down in the long corner pocket, the furthest one past the side pocket. That makes position play much easier than trying to be cute and get on top of the 7.
Especially where the 8 is. You can do that. Oh, good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, playing in that way was conservative, and like you said, using the 8 ball, the knowledge that it's close to the corner pocket that you do not need much, made it much easier to get position rather than try to force the balls. Taking what the table will give him. The cue ball clears the side cushion. Now he has free access to bridge and just straight top spin, 2 cushions down to the end rail. And he's going to bring a game back. He let slip away last rack. (6-2) is now our score.
Okay, I tried this time.
We're using the Accu-Rack. The 2 and the 3 mandated by the rules to be on the corners.
It's rack number 9. Alex breaks. Fedor leads 6-2.
Kind of an unusual break there. They didn't seem to come apart all that well.
Yeah, he didn't make anything. Look where they stopped.
Push out circumstance, it looks like.
Be careful.
Alex quickly gives this back to him. Ruslan Chinakhov has just entered the arena watching his countryman. He'll be playing in our last match tonight against Corey Dool.
Oh, he's going to snooker him. He can hit the ball, I believe. Not only could he hit it, he could make it, but I think he snookered himself.
Disappointed with that effort, positionally speaking.
I think he's got a kick at it now.
Yeah, it's not an easy masse, that's for sure.
Is he playing the billiard? Try to billiard the 5 in, yes. But where does the 2 go now?
Well, at least he gives himself a chance to defend himself. Can he just stick the cue ball on the 4 here with a stop shot type hit?
Yeah, that's what to do. He didn't even have to stop
He
it.
just used it. Good shot. Next up after this match, we've got Levan Corteza versus John Mora. Levan always gets 4th or better in this tournament. A lot more action to go here today.
Tough hit. Very tough hit. No problem. Oh. 2 might have stopped straight in.
This will be interesting too, because they said the ruling was if the cue goes 45 degrees in the air, they were going to allow what could be interpreted as a double hit if the shooter makes an attempt to avoid a blatant double hit.
And they're not frozen either.
Right.
Because we've played that. When it's frozen, you could push through.
No, that's level cue, but that's like a league rule. I've
Good
never
shot,
liked that
Alex.
rule. Most of the pro tournaments always played if you try to avoid a blatant double hit, that they were going to give it to you. But in this case, Alex didn't want to fool with it. Good safety. Just when they're frozen, just push through. It makes no sense whatsoever. And you can actually manipulate the object ball tremendously. Ooh, a couple collisions down there, but
Alex
Pagulayan
got a break now. He's got a
comes to the
shot.
table with a shot. Shane Bamboning now looking on.
Oh, he went a little further than he wanted. He hit the ball too thin.
The balls are not cooperating for Alex Pagulayan.
Good shot, Alex.
Boy, good speed, good direction, straight in on the floor.
Hey, that was a great shot.
The audience recognizes it. Nice hit there to open up the 7 for the corner. Good control. Good shot. I think it's side rail here. Just play the 9 in the corner. Now he's going forward, 3 cushions
Yeah,
in.
that's the better speed, I believe. Perfect.
Boy, that was beautiful. Pagulayan picks up a little much needed momentum. Trails in the match 3 games to 6. Little question, Danny. If you were to name your 3 all-time favorite players besides yourself, who would they be?
I got to throw Lassiter in there because I really think he was the greatest 9-ball player. Got to throw Efren in. And then I'm going to throw Irving Crane in for straight pool. I could throw Eddie Taylor in there also.
Yeah, it's hard to whittle yourself down to 3. I know.
Yeah, well,
'cause I
you're
was
the one who
thinking-
whittled me.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was just wanting to.
I'm kidding, too.
For me, it's Efren. It has to be Buddy Hall and might be Alex Pagulayan. As many fantastic other players as I've seen do wonderful things. Gorst breaking and leading 6-3. Dry break, Danny? Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Desert dry.
yeah, and look at cue ball gets kissed way down table. Alex is a mile away from the 1. This arrangement of the balls, though, does favor Alex because there's going to be a lot of play to this rack.
I don't like that one. Although the balls are tied up, he left the bank. The kid's going to bank this.
No, cannot
What?
bank it. He cannot. That'd be suicidal. The 2 doesn't even go easily. I mean, he's not going to give it away. He's going to make Alex earn these
Well,
opportunities.
let's see what he thinks.
All right.
You don't think the 2 goes?
No, I think. Oh well, even if it does, but it doesn't look like it does. If he plays the bank shot, I will buy you dinner at the steakhouse. This was a great
Good shot.
Yeah, very effective. Alex even acknowledges it.
Well, I mentioned the bank because I wanted to talk like a sucker.
I see. That was an action-getting commentary. A nice hit. And no worse for wear. Good response by Alex Pagulayan. I think this might be a... Well, he's going to look at short side, but it might be a two-cushion hit here. And by no means is it easy to execute.
Yeah, the two cushion is the, I can't say easiest way because nothing's easy.
Yeah, if he was to hit the one ball thin, two cushions, the cue ball could separate and go down by the 4 or get in behind the clutter down there. He's going super soft speed.
Except I don't know if, oh, he got a rail.
Yep.
Good shot.
Yeah, that was from where he was at.
Now what does Alex do?
Well, he's definitely considering a safety play, but there's once again the balls are laying awkwardly. If he goes thin off the one, he can easily scratch in the far corner pocket. He tried to get it back underneath the 9. I don't know if he sold out a shot. Looks like
He might have.
Yeah, he was dissatisfied.
You know, the one goes in the side.
It was just a hard shot, though. And the
Definitely hard.
getting position now on the 2, not easy. We definitely can't tell exactly what he has to work with here.
He might hit the 2.
Yeah, he played safe.
He didn't have it.
Oh, boy.
Look at this speed.
If he hadn't rubbed the 10, that would have really
Hell,
been
he
good.
had him dead.
Once again, Alex measures up the 2, see if it goes in. Doesn't look like it goes straight in the corner. We'll be able to tell because if he plays safe, if the 2 doesn't go in, he'll play safe on the 1. If it does, then he'll play position. Well, the 2 clearly goes then.
That's what I thought. But now you had me convinced it didn't.
I know it.
I'm blaming you, Mark.
I always do that. I'm used to it. I'm married.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, if he's banking this, then we know it didn't go.
It doesn't. He's banking it.
Look at that.
It
Ripped it
didn't
into the
roll
corner.
off, I'll tell you that.
Work the cue ball way back.
Well, the way the balls are sitting now, the 6 will get you to the 7.
Rubs the 3 ball in good speed, center of the table. Now he can play the 5 in the same pocket he's going to play the 4. Fell a little thinner than he really wanted to.
Right, he wanted to get to where he can get straight in on the 6.
Yeah, this is this is right in that treacherous zone. He can check up the cue ball with some inside spin and still hold his, just one cushion for the 6, but that makes playing the 5 ball so much more difficult. Just a hint of inside here.
Oh, pretty good.
Handled it well. Getting on his extension. Top spin around. Releases from the second cushion.
Perfect.
Yeah, found the right place.
He's got the perfect angle to go one rail to the 9. Wow, he just missed the side pocket.
Boy, he's fighting his way back into this match. 6-4 behind Pagulayan. This is a world-class pool. Both players now, 883 for Gorst, 865 Pagulayan.
Pagulayan finally smiled.
No, this is, it's a war on 10-foot table. Anytime you get just a hint out of line, it's way tougher. Once again, this has been really good. Alex is up both feet off the floor here to inspect the rack. He recognizes that the last time he did not rack himself right. Those balls did not come apart. I even made mention of it at the time. It was odd.
Fedor leads 6-4.
Well, he's definitely fought himself back in the match.
Yeah, there's no quit. 6 and 8, right behind the 1 ball. Cue ball got away, got kissed, again kissed.
The
didn't
one's
make a
going
ball.
in the corner.
And I don't know if he has a shot. It's hard to tell.
He might have
Wow.
a field goal position on the 2.
Between the 6 and 10.
I think he's got that.
He's kind of smiling. Shakes his head. It's a long way down there.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And just his body language suggests to me that he feels like he can take this on.
How
Once
does he
again,
get to the 3?
He employs
Can it come back between the same space?
I think he was looking at 2 cushions. Look at 2.5 foot long bridge. Oh, he was able to check that up with inside spin.
Oh, except he hit the ball. I thought he might try to come right through the same space.
That was a ugly and unfortunate turn of events there, that it rubs it just exactly in such a way that it makes it really hard to play. Not only does he not have a shot, but it's also stopped him from really defending himself. And at that range, you rarely get yourself in that predicament, so you can take a little gamble. You might not get the perfect shot, but you can at least manipulate the 3. Here, he's going to have to kick.
But if he hits it full, he might freeze him on the ball.
I think he's going to use the 6. Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah,
He
very
almost did. He hit it good.
good. Hit it great. Yeah, appreciative audience recognizing our great effort there by Pagulayan. 6-4 behind, but fighting like the warrior that he is. He's smiling, talking to somebody in the crowd. Now, this is a place where Gorst really needs to make something happen from nothing. Maybe wiggle himself free to get another inning in this rack. Nice hit, nice speed, and he's accomplished just what I said, making something happen from nothing.
Look at that.
Yeah, world-class play right there. These guys choose those speeds and make pretty accurate hits on 2-cushion hits like that to get that type of thing to be capable of happening. They don't know for sure it's going to work out that way. 3-cushion kick now. Good job there.
Good call, Mark. Oh, you got him.
Very good. I don't know if he got him.
No,
he
you're
can,
right. He
he
might
can play
have a
safe.
shot. No, I think he's got a shot.
Ooh.
I
That's
think it
unfortunate.
goes right in.
That would be unfortunate for Alex then, because he made a good effort at it. And you,
I think he's got a hit to make the ball.
well, if he does, Gorst has definitely earned this opportunity with the great two-cushion kick that he made at that speed. Yeah, you're right, Danny. He's definitely going pocket.
Good control of the cue ball. Or is it 50 yarded? No, he's got the bore inside.
And then we likely will see just a little bit. He's looking at going 3 rails. I thought he would check it up with a little bit of right and go 2 cushions.
I think he can almost go 1 cushion. But he does have a shot to do something.
Right. That won't hurt.
Not at all.
Still may have to go in the corner pocket, though.
Yeah, I think so. He could bounce.
He's going to measure up. What if he just stops there, lets the cue ball collide into the 10? Is there a good likelihood that he gets a shot on the 7? That's what he's looking at. Yeah, this is kind of tricky.
You're right. Nothing easy here.
You ever seen a guy go forward and play it off the point to bounce the cue ball away? I don't know if it's
Yeah,
laying right for
okay.
that, but I'm just
No,
saying.
no, that's too much of a risk.
Yeah, it's not laying right
Yeah,
for that.
Right.
He could roll ahead and try to go for the side pocket with the 6, though.
Still might hit the point.
Looks like he's powering up for draw.
Wow, what a stroke.
Yeah, he missed the 5 ball, though.
Yeah, but it was a pretty good stroke.
Well, Alex has got to be happy to come to the table and sad that he does not have much but a defensive play available, unless he wants to kick at it. If he has to go to the end rail first, I think he might kick at it. He may end up kicking at this just to make the 5. Straight up and straight down, as distasteful as that is. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is he'll have position if he does.
Kind of position. The 6 ball is still a long ways from the cue ball, a long ways to the pocket, but at least he could defend himself from there better. Terrific shot. Well, terrific idea on the shot anyway.
Well, he didn't leave much.
Very, very enjoyable match here. Played at a super high level. Every ball has been played with great focus, giving themselves their best opportunity to have something favorable turn out. Many times it has worked out.
What a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And position.
Smooth that one home. Yeah, this thing didn't get to 6 games by accident. He's playing great. The crowd here at the feature table continues to grow. It was big to begin with, and that was nearly full.
Oh, boy. That ball trickled in. I thought it hung.
Just going to draw the cue ball back a little bit. And that game is completed. 7 games for Gorst, 4 games for Pagulayan. Seven-4, Gorst breaking and leading.
Fedor breaks, leading 7-4.
Eight ball in the side pocket. 1 ball's near the corner. Cue ball scratches. Pagulayan approaches the table. Open layout. Ball in hand. He puts the cue ball down here, but he's not going to play that.
Looks like he is.
I know it.
I don't like it.
I can't imagine it. Playing safe? No?
That's why he did it, Mark.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Good shot.
That was the easiest approach to get to the 2 ball, so he played it with great confidence. He didn't hesitate. Just couldn't imagine he would play that, but he made the right decision, and I was wrong. 2 cushions back out of there.
You were wrong once last year.
You know, I'm certainly not infallible. Sometimes what I do, I make a purposeful mistake so you don't feel bad about yourself, too.
Oh, thank you. Well, at least I said I did it because I wanted to sound like a sucker.
Yeah, you had to get action.
You didn't do it.
No. I wasn't planning on getting any action.
Why is he hesitating here?
He just wants to
Shoot
make
it
sure.
and draw back.
Well, he wants to make sure he gets this ball. That's for one thing. He made such good opening shots. You and I both know better than the second guess, Alex Pagulayan.
I know, we just did, and he got the 1 to the 2. Because we wouldn't have done that.
But he was in my top 3, so that's,
Yeah, you're right.
he is tough. That little compact swing and that cheerful disposition, those 2 things added together makes him just tougher than anybody here for sure to beat in an all-around contest. No matter how tough it gets, he just feels like he's supposed to win, and so often he gets presented with an opportunity to steal a victory when other guys have kind of mentally quit and given up, and then when they get the opportunity, cannot cash it in. Over our lifetime, if we could have bet on every match that we watched Alex play, no matter how bad or good it looked, we'd be miles ahead if we'd bet on him every single time he went to the table.
He's got great cue ball.
And good decision making. His opening shot really set up the whole rack. He takes advantage of an unforced error, a random mistake. It wasn't really Gorst's fault that he got kissed into the scratch. 7-5 is our score. It's kind of one of those things like a fighter that's withstood quite a bit of punishment here early on, but yet is still standing and is still dangerous. I say that like I know the fight game, which I know nothing about it.
I know that one.
I'm just saying it just kind of reminds me of somebody that's withstood a lot of punishment that's still operating.
13th rack. Alex breaks. Fedor leads 7-5.
Gets them later, though, Mark, if they took punishment. That's what happened to Muhammad Ali.
Well, Pagulayan's now moved ahead on the TPA. He's playing 877. So don't think he's not dangerous. Did he make anything?
He did.
3, okay. Well,
But he doesn't have a shot.
he doesn't, but at least he can defend himself. For me, I might just push the 8 down on the 2.
Yeah, but then you'd be waking up Gorst. Because he doesn't do that.
True, but you can't. I mean, you you need to win this match, not worry about your lifelong earnings against Gorst. So, but you're right. But Pagulayan's right in this match. He just cannot afford to lose a game here. Well, he's not going to do that. Looks like Gorst can see the edge of the 1 ball. It's one of those circumstances it's a tough shot. You hate to give it back because Pagulayan's forced to play it. You're not. So that makes it a little easier for Alex to play the shot. Like Danny said, you got to have a plan. He clearly had a plan. He stepped right up there and went to executing it. And
The plan didn't work.
well, this is a good challenge to get on the 2 ball here, but if Gorst does get on the 2, Alex would be wishing he pushed the 8 up on the 2 as suggested.
You're right. That was the thing.
Ooh, pure shot there.
Very good shot.
Yep.
He's got a thin hit on the 2, but I'm sure he'll make it.
Very nice shot. Made that look fairly simple, and it was
You're right.
not.
It wasn't.
Yeah, he got a little straight on this.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
No, because now it's going to be hard to work the cue ball near the 5 to get back on the 6 on the side.
Oh, the 10's going to be in his way, I believe.
I don't think too bad. And that was a pretty nice recovery shot to get that straight on the 5. Now he can just draw out of their 1 rail. He has to make a good shot to do it. But if he can get the 6 in the side, then the 8's right next to it. He can just bump it forward, play it in the corner.
Yeah, but he got tough here.
Yeah, he needs to get the cue ball to the center of the table here. Takes a quick glance at the 6-8 combination in case he just wants to stop down there. That might be what he's doing. Now he's going around 3 cushions. Arc, spin. Oh, wow. What a shot that was.
And he got the perfect angle.
My goodness, did he ever. That was an enormous shot.
Did he get too straight?
Certainly got a little straight.
Good recovery here.
This was all spawned from Alex's push out, which Gorst gave back, and Alex was not able to complete the safety, and then, but the kid punished him, but he did for that one. 8-5 is our score. Alex has played great, but this kid just does not go away. We're going to have a short timeout now as the player has requested it. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, everybody, we're back. 8-5 is our score, just to bring you back up to date. Gorst just captured a game from a push-out circumstance that Pagulayan was unable to complete a safety from, and he ran out, and now he will be breaking. As well as Pagulayan has played, Gorst has countered him at every move.
Well, Gorst has to be having a good time. He must like life. But he can't gamble on the tables downstairs.
Good for him. Breaking from just right of the head spot. 6 and 7 right behind the head string, or right behind the 1 ball. Dry break. Yes. Pagulayan does not have an offensive opportunity here, but he does have first chance to play safe. That's pretty big. Alex knows how these matches work. He's trailing and wants to shoot and going to have to play safe, so that's never fun. But patience is going to be an important virtue here, and I thought he was just a bit impatient with his last push out.
But, you know, not to have anything to do with what we were talking about, but I heard Keith McCready was coming, but I don't see him.
Well, I don't think he's coming to play. He's being inducted into the One Pocket Hall of Fame.
Oh, he is? I didn't know that.
Along with Jeremy Jones. That's my understanding. So, be good to see Keith. It's been a long time since I've seen him.
I can't tell that. I gave Keith like 10-7. I got him stuck like 30,000. But he did beat me with the broom. I played him 12-3, and he had to use a broom. And I needed 1, he needed 3, and beat me a game with the broom.
Gorst went after a long combination. Oh, Pagulayan with a good shot. Karam position came with it. Good shot. You know, you're in the Hall of Fame. McCready's in the Hall of Fame. We have Nick Varner, Siegel. I never get mentioned for the contribution to you guys getting in the Hall of Fame. Do you remember how many times you guys beat me all the time? I think I should get some recognition for that.
I don't remember beating you.
Well, I never beat you, put it that way.
You could be in the Hall of Fame for what you do other than playing. My opinion, just like Kenny. I think Kenny Schumann belongs in the Hall of Fame. Billy and Cardona belongs in the Hall of Fame.
He does. I just saw Billy here. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here, so that's good. Always good to see our good friend Billy Cardona, the actual original voice of Accu-Stats. Still does a tremendous job. Yeah, Pagulayan recognizes this is kind of a tenuous set of balls here, the way they're laying here. Doesn't want to draw back and have to shoot up over the 5 to make the 3. Very smooth, good control. Didn't land perfect, but that's probably about as good as you could do from the range that he was at. He remained very still with his body, smooth on that delivery. Usually when you're facing something that's a little bit iffy, that's when you get flinchy. The score can bring it about, and the arrangement of the balls can bring that about.
Hit it.
He got a little too thin here. No, he's okay.
Well,
He's okay.
He definitely does not want to have to get to a spot where he has to make an angle.
He's got the angle to get perfect.
It's going to roll the head soft speed. Nice. As many times as we see Alex kind of dominate matches, it's kind of fun when he's behind because you really get to see how much fight this guy has. There is absolutely zero quit in him. He really is the epitome, Danny, of someone that never loses but just runs out of time sometimes. I mean, really, you always feel like he's going to come back and win.
That.
I mean, and
No,
you see it
he's
too.
my favorite. He's my close friend.
Get a little straight here. He's smiling. He recognizes it. He may have to play short side position. That's how ugly this got. And maybe not. He might have, well, when I look at the table down there, it looks like there might be.
I think he's got enough angle.
Yeah.
He's drawing the ball one rail.
It's short side. No. Yes. He went short side. He came up a little short on short side. Now he's going to have to make a heck of a shot.
No good.
No, triple tough.
No good.
Well, just going to be a shot maker now, Alex. I don't think you can play defense.
Good shot, but he's going to have another one. There's no bargain here.
He's laughing. That means he
Tough
doesn't like
shot.
it. Yeah.
I don't blame him. I don't like it either.
What a nice shot. He stayed down, got through the ball.
Beautiful.
Well, that's the fight I'm talking about. That's why it's sort of fun to watch him struggle a little bit. Credit to you, Alex Pagulayan. That's why I would buy a ticket to watch this guy play. He's playing 883. He's actually ahead of Gorst on the TPA, 863, 883. Trails in the match, 8-6.
Always make it exciting.
This, who wants to watch dull run-ups with position and all of that, you know?
Pagulayan, just right of center. 4 and 9, right behind the 1.
Oh my god.
Cue ball got away.
I broke my
Did not get the same ball action that we're used to seeing.
9. All right.
Oh. He left the rail first on the 1, but
Oof.
I don't like it.
No. No, that would be desperation time. I don't think Gorst needs to be playing this rail first. It's really hard to push out the Pagulayan. He knows all the moves and safeties.
You're right.
He's declared a push out.
Oh, Alex is going to shoot this.
You think?
Cut it and go 2 rails long. Might go right behind the 2. Oh, you didn't hit
Good
it.
call. No, you called it.
Yeah, you got it.
Wow.
Right behind the 2.
Okay, great shot. Oh, I didn't see it as being that routine, but doggone, he made a good shot
I
there.
couldn't let the guy shoot that one.
So would you say that that was not a good push out then?
Of course not.
Okay, well,
Of course it wasn't. But he's a young man and he'll learn. He loses a couple more like this.
wow.
Rail first.
Wow.
What I said.
He had to bend the cue ball with backspin to get to the high side of the 1. Drained it. He was not playing the shot. He was playing the hit and trying to get some distance and separation, but he drained the 1 from way down
Well, now
table.
what does he do? Does he shoot this?
I think he's going to fan it in. I think he recognizes that, trying to play safe from here is harder than making the ball. Well, this would be, once again, of course, making something happen from nothing if he was able to complete this run out. First things first, he's got to make the 2.
Which he did. Oh, hitting the 8 didn't hurt him. He got a long shot, but it's position automatic. That was a game-winning shot.
Yes, it was. Yeah, he's going to have a chance here now.
Just got to not miss this.
Good look there. As you can look right down that straight line, chin, bridge hand, and elbow.
Clean as a whistle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight shooting is what he's all about. 17 years old. And to think that I remember when Alex was 17, playing fantastic.
I have trouble remembering when I was 17.
Yeah,
I wasn't playing pool, really.
me either.
For the rest of the tournament in the bank division, if you lose and you have a buyback, you need to buy back.
Well, he's got to go forward 2 rails off the 6 to the 7. That should get him out. The 8 looks like it passes.
Must buy back immediately when you lose.
Oh, this is neat. He went 3 rails around, or 4 cushions to get short side on the 8, I believe, is why he played this angle. Which, I guess that means the 8 does not go cleanly by the 9. I don't know if we got time to get the overhead.
Well, I am overhead.
All
I
right.
think it goes.
Oh, the 8 goes by the 9, you think?
I
Yeah?
think so.
Okay. Well, we'll find out, right? Yeah, it clearly does. 7. All right.
He's looking again, but I think it goes. See it?
Yeah, there's good view right there. Definitely goes. Good shot there. Solid contact on the 7 ball to let the cue ball slide out a foot from the cushion. That makes the partially obstructed pocket play much easier.
Perfect angle to get down wherever you want, towards the 10.
Yeah, I think it's just top spin, 1 cushion. Anything the cue ball goes just past the side pocket, that's ideal. Okay, he was able to go all the way, so he couldn't hold it. It's thinner than I thought. Boy, that's good playing. He made something happen from nothing. He pushed out. Pagulayan made a great safety. He was forced to hit it. Randomly made the one. And shot his way out through the rest of the rack. Cannot fault Pagulayan's effort on the safety at all. Anytime you have to spike a 1 ball in from way down table rail first, that's good shooting. But it was countered by the straight shooting of Fedor Gorst. That's the problem with being behind in the match when something goes against you like that unexpectedly. Now the score mounts up and yet another peg against you. 9-6 is our score. $878 for Gorst, $883 on the TPA, Pagulayan. And that is indicative of the quality of this play. Cue ball didn't get away this time. He squared him up. A lot of ball action.
He's got a shot at the 1, too.
Couple balls drained in. He's got momentum. He's got a shot.
He's got a shot at the 1 that'll get him to the 2.
And if he could win this rack, he'd be on the hill.
Yeah. Well, I don't see anything stopping him right now. The 4 might be a little problem.
Confidently struck.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to have to drag the cue ball across the table.
The 4 is going to be the only problem in this rack. If he falls on the 4, he's going to get on the hill.
And he recognizes the angle on the 3 is really going to be important to getting on the 4, and that's why he's taking a bit of moment here to get himself squared away as to where he wants the cue ball. Did not have to come across the table. Just a hair off on his speed, isn't it, Danny?
A little bit. Does he just take the cut on the 4 now?
I don't think he can do that.
Off the
9
3.
ball's defending it. Yeah, I don't think he can just stop it there. He's got to work that cue ball back.
Well, he's not going to get it back easily.
Boy, you hate to go with inside spin and try to come around 3 rails from here because he's
No,
laying so
the
flat.
angle's not there to do that.
Right. It's going to be an interesting shot. Oh, he was able to work the cue ball back. Great shot.
It was.
Oh, man, fantastic shot.
People appreciate it.
Yeah, that is world-class pool right there. He's got a lot of tools.
I think he's got to go forward a little and just take the shot on the 7. Wronged.
Well, this works good. He's able to get the cue ball much closer and on angle again.
still a little tricky. Got to get a perfect angle on the 8 to get to the 9.
Oh, yeah. The 5x10 has her way of challenging you, even on the most rudimentary of runouts. Know about the speed here. Perfect. Not perfect. He got a little straight where the side pocket's in play.
You're right. But I think with the speed he's got to hit it, the cue ball will go forward a little before it starts drawing, and that'll take away the side.
Nah, I think he's not going to do that. I think he's going to just stop the cue ball right where it's at now, bring it back to that
Take
distance.
the cut.
Yeah, I do. Unless he's for confident that he can get around the side. No, he is confident he
I
can get
told
around
you
the
the
side.
speed looked like he was going to glance forward before it drew.
You called it exactly right. That's just
Now
the way
he's
he
got
hit it.
another draw shot.
How do they always land straight? You know. Yeah, he's got a lot of work in front of him here to get these last 2 balls.
He cheated the pocket just enough to get a 2-rail angle.
Fantastic shot. What a big moment in his life right here. This 10 ball to put him on the hill by virtue of the second break and run out of the match. Calmly stroked it in there, Danny. 10-6 is our score.
That's it. He's on the hill.
Gorst is picking up steam.
Alex has got to beat him 5 in a row, alternate breaks. That's tough.
Yeah, Alex played a good safety. Gorst made something happen on the 1 ball, ran out, then broke and ran out. That's world-class pool.
Rack 17, Alex breaks.
Well, he needs to win 5 in a row, but you know he hasn't quit.
No, right now he's thinking he needs to win 1 in a row right now.
Of course. He made something in the side.
7 ball. Gonna get a shot at the 1, looks like.
Yeah.
Alex is gonna get his extension out.
Well, I would have to say he's going to get out this rack. And that's not even being brilliant.
Yeah, Alex still supremely confident. Good shot there. Wants to have an angle on the 8. He worked the cue ball close to the 8, and he does have an angle. He just needs to get to the center of the table. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. Certainly doesn't need to be 9. They're straight in on the 9. Yeah, a little bit
He used
short.
the extension.
Nice hit there. And as he carves through a nice rack there, 10-7 is our score. Pagulayan trailing. Does Alex ever come to your pool room, Danny?
Years ago he did. Not since I've been back.
Yeah, he's got to be a plus to have in anybody's pool room. Okay, the balls are racked. Gorst is ready to break.
Rack 18.
He needs to win one game.
He's on the hill.
Breaking from just right of the center. Been there all match. Good square hit. 5 ball found the side pocket. Shot on the 1, Danny.
Yeah. 2 has a few balls in front of it, but if he falls on the 2, I think the match is over. I don't try to gamble and get between the 7 and 10. I just roll and stay right on that rail if I could. Then shoot the 2 from there. Right? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't gamble on trying to get between the balls. Roll this in, take the cut on the 2. He didn't do that. He's going to not be happy about this. That's why I didn't want to do that. The way I was said, there was no gamble. He gambled.
Yeah, he's got himself in a predicament here. We don't allow jump cues, in case you were wondering. He acts like he can skip over the edge of the 3 and still get the 2.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's a masse then. Masse it is. Look at that hit.
Good shot.
What a recovery shot that was. I don't think it's easy to transfer to the 4.
Right.
But
3 to the 4, no bargain.
he's at the table and in control, so he can still do something.
Could he go forward without hitting the 7? And go 1 rail to the 4?
I think he can, yeah. He needs some left English, though, with it.
Right, a little bit. You only need a little.
What a shot.
It was a great,
What a shot that
super
was.
shot.
Yeah. Actually hit it too good. He's got a little bit the wrong angle, Danny.
No, he's okay.
You may have to send the cue ball all the way to the other end of the table and bring it back for the 6. It looks like it's just thin enough. Because if you don't do that, you may have to risk running into the 6, and you sure don't want to bump that 6 ball. We'll see what he thinks, if he can hold it or has to go end rail. He's going to hold it.
He went a little too far.
Yeah.
He's got a thin hit.
Well, that was the issue right there. Either go all the way down and come back or try to hold it. It's going to have to be a shot maker now.
Your shot would have been better. Hit the end rail and bounce back. Yeah, he's going to have to be a shot maker. What do you think? Think he'll make it or not?
I think he will, and I think he might power up a little bit and go 4 cushions rather than 2. Well,
Alex is not dead yet. Oh, don't tell me he lucked it in.
yeah, he was trying to go 4 cushions and hit it heavy.
Oh, he lucked it in.
You asked me not to tell you that.
He still looks pretty calm.
Yeah. Well, he's still at the table. He's got to be delighted after missing the ball and having it go in the other side or other corner. If he can cut this in and get on the 8.
Watch out for the side pocket.
What a nice hit that was.
Yeah, sleep in the street hit. I don't think the 8 goes by the 10.
Maybe not, but he made a good shot.
Oh, yeah, it might not help him.
Oh, I think the 8 maybe does go by. I don't know that he has
it
a full
does.
pocket.
Well, yeah, he's looking like he has it.
This is very mental at this point because he's kind of clattered off of several balls and then lucked in a ball. So, nice
Great
4
shot,
cushion.
but he's going to have another great shot. Little Finn. Boy,
Yeah.
he's really earning this final game. That was a great shot.
Oh, absolutely right.
I wouldn't try to gamble. Make the 9, get to the center, and take the cut on the 10.
I like that idea too. Rather than get down where you cinch the 10,
Right.
I'd rather make sure I make this 9 ball and just let the cue ball go back across the table. Even if it's where the 9 ball's at right now, that would be fine. That's what he's
Boy,
doing.
very cool.
Very cool. Very classy. Good decision. Now he's got to support it with good execution here. One final ball. Shots like this, you want to kind of consider if you missed, prefer to overcut it.
I don't think you even plan missing. You don't even say, if I miss, forget it. You got to make it.
Well, another big scalp under Gorst's belt this year. He beat Alex Pagulayan.
Tough out.
Absolutely. Oh, that was a tremendous performance by both players. 900 for Gorst, 897 Pagulayan. The TPA holds true. The top TPA wins. And that is all from here. Thank you for sitting in. And so, for just a while, we will see you soon.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the Zero Flex Point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.